Hi guys, my name is Agnes, this is my baby girl Amelia, and on today's video we want to talk about newborn baby essentials, what you really need to buy and what you can actually skip for this moment. This video should be helpful for any of you who maybe are on lower budget. So first thing on my list of essentials will be a crib or a cot. It's a whole broad topic really, so I actually wrote a separate post about it. But generally speaking, you have to choose a crib or a cot that will fit to your lifestyle. So let's say if you live in a small apartment, you probably want to go for something smaller, something maybe foldable as well. When Amelia was little, we bought a next to me cot, which was really a lifesaver for those first weeks of sleepless nights and all. Although well, the price could be a bit cheaper, considering that it's gonna only last you for the first 6 months of the baby's life. So later we progressed to normal convertible crib, like traditional crib from IKEA. Yeah, and we still use it by now, so I guess it's a good value for money, even though we had to pay for a mattress separately. Right, so the next thing on our essential list would be obviously a pushchair or a travel system. So this is again a very wide topic to describe really, so I also wrote a separate post about it. You can access it through the link that I will add to this video. So what I suggest if you may be on a low budget is to just go for a second-hand stroller, a second-hand pushchair, just because once your baby is a bit older, like once she or he reaches 6 months of age, 6 months old age, you're gonna want to buy something most likely lightweight. I found myself not really wanting to go everywhere around the city with a heavy bulk, like heavy type of pushchair. The next thing that I would like to mention is the car seat. One of the best brands for newborn car seats is definitely MAXI-COSI. In most cases it's affordable, and it passed through the all security tests, so it's very durable, very safe and sturdy. That's what I got myself. You can also see my separate post about the best travel systems, that many of them already have car seat included in the price. The link to it will be visible in the description below. Right, so maybe now let's move to something, some things which are more affordable than cribs and travel systems. Let's start from a changing mat. There you go, it looks like this. This is great because basically you don't need a changing table, in my opinion. This is enough. You just put your baby on the bed, or even on the floor, on the carpet if you have to, and this prevents basically from from making everything around dirty or wet. And it's cheap. You can use it a few times if you're careful with it. Yep, that's one thing. Another thing when it comes to changing, obviously, is are the wipes. Although for newborns it's recommended to use cotton wool pads, you can use some wipes which are fragrance-free, like this water wipes. They say they have 99% of water in them. Hopefully they're not lying, but that's what I've been using, and I use by now. They are really soft on the skin, and there's nothing, there's no chemicals. Oh yeah, okay. The next thing I was gonna keep it for later, but since she brought it, a thermometer. I've got my thermometer from Brown, so it's FDA approved. It's important, obviously you don't want that, but your kid, your baby might get a fever one day, so it's important to have it handy. Next thing would be nasal aspirator. So yeah, again, you need a nasal aspirator for any colds, which are very common, unfortunately. So you need to have one. Right, coming back to the topic of changing your baby. What you definitely gonna need are the nappies. I don't think I need to show you how they look like, but I guess Pampers are the most popular brand right now. What you may think is not necessary, but I found it really is the nappy bin. I got my one from Angel Care from Amazon. It looks like this. So why is it so good? It's because it really keeps the odor inside. It's great because you don't need to worry about going outside all the time with the dirty diapers, or keeping them on balcony or something like that. It just really does the job well. The only I would say negative point about this nappy bin is that you're gonna need those refill bin bags. They're not the cheapest really, but again I think it's really worth buying those to save you extra hassle. Another totally essential thing for your newborn will be obviously baby clothes. I suggest you don't go too crazy with them, although I know it's hard to resist sometimes. I remember myself buying tons of them, but I do regret buying so many just because babies grow so fast, and really you don't need more than 10 or 12 pieces of bodysuits and sleeping suits. Just because you're gonna wash them very often, I assure you will. Bodysuits with long sleeve, just like this one. I had maybe around 7 or 8 of them, and same thing with the sleeping suits. Now muslin squares is something you're gonna use really really often, so get a lot of them, maybe around 15 to 20 pieces. Another thing that you're definitely gonna need is the baby swaddling blanket. You can get a normal blanket, like this one here, nice and soft, available from really any kind of shop. However, if you're not gonna learn how to swaddle your baby, like me, I never actually learned it. You just have to get a special one. There are also many available blankets that are already kind of ready for you to put your baby in. You don't need to, learn the skill of swaddling your baby. When it comes to essentials for the bath time, what I would really recommend you get for yourself is the Angel Care bath support. I don't have it with me anymore because I already have a toddler, so this is only for babies up until like 6 months of age. But this thing is so much better than like a traditional bath, because basically it gives you like freedom of movement, so to speak. You don't need to, with normal plastic baths, you just have to hold your baby's head with one hand, and then with the other you wash her. But with this one, you just you put your baby and she or he is supported, and it's also anti-slippery, so you don't have to worry about your baby like sliding down the top. Next thing essential is obviously a towel. Go for like soft types with a little hoodie. What I also found very useful is this little baby washcloth. It's reusable, made of the bamboo material, so very very soft. I was using this every day for the first 2 weeks of my daughter's life, just because you're not supposed to give a bath or shower to your baby until he or she gets his little belly button healed completely. When I got a green light from my midwife to give my baby's first bath, I used this Mustela gel. It's great for sensitive skin, for baby skin, not only for body but also for hair. And trust me, once you start using it, you're not going to be able to put it down because the smell is just amazing. I also got from the same Mustela brand a baby nappy cream. So obviously for any kind of nappy rash, or just skin changes. Even for myself, it really works wonders. You're also gonna want to have baby earbuds. Make sure they have this little ending. It just prevents from damaging your little one's ears, so you wouldn't put them too far inside. You also can't forget about nail scissors for your little one. Surprisingly, you'll see how fast the baby nails can grow. So this, you're gonna use it quite often. I actually got myself the whole set with other things like, oh, she took it from me, like these clippers. Now moving to the feeding essentials. First things first, bottles. It's really difficult to choose the right one for your baby because they're all different. Some babies can easily take one type, the other ones won't. So what worked for us was, first of all, the Tommy Tippy. Looks like that one. Other brand that she accepted drinking bottles from was the Nuke, NUK, not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Those, their teeth have this shape resembling, a woman's nipple. So I guess that's why she didn't have any problems when drinking from them. And one more essential, mainly for breastfeeding moms, is the breast pump. I really suggest using the double breast pump from Medela. Unless you're not gonna be using it very often, then you may get away with manual pump, but bear in mind it takes twice as much time to actually express anything. So if you want to make your life easier, just go for the electric one, even if it has to be a single pump. If you're planning to pump a lot and you're actually gonna freeze some milk, maybe because you have to go back to work or whatever the reason is, get yourself storage bags. So you're gonna just put your express milk in here and just chuck in the freezer. And the last thing that I think is totally essential for a newborn and for you as well as a mother is to get a sling, a baby sling. For me, it was a real lifesaver for those early weeks when your baby wants to be close to you all the time and when you have to cope with all the housework as well. Right, so that would be my whole list of essentials. Now let me line out for you things that I think are useful but not very necessary. So the first thing that you could skip is the changing table. I already mentioned it before. If you don't have enough space in your baby's nursery, really having a changing mat or changing mattress is more than enough. Another thing that you don't really need to have is a changing bag, although it's always useful to have one, just because it has like a separate compartments to put all the baby stuff in. You can easily do with a normal large size women's handbag. Another thing that you can probably skip for now is a baby bouncy chair. My baby girl actually had it, but I kind of regret buying it because it was expensive and she was not a fan of it, to be honest. So she was getting really impatient and like some babies I know they can stay there forever. My one like refused to be there for longer than 2 minutes. So yeah, it really depends on your baby's character, I guess. It is a useful thing for you to put your baby in over there so you can do your daily housework or whatever, cook or clean. So what I would probably suggest for you to do is to maybe borrow baby rocker or baby bouncy chair from friends that already have babies, just to see if your kid will actually like it. Or you can get something cheaper on eBay, so even if you spend like 40-30 pounds, you're not gonna regret that much. And the last thing that personally I don't think you need to buy is the baby monitor. If you live in a small flat like I do, there's no need to get it just because, you know, you're gonna hear your baby cry from one room to another. Trust me on that. Unless you live in a big 2-3 floor house, then yes, that's kind of an essential. But other than that, it's completely unnecessary. So that's it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know more about certain products, or you want to see the full article that I've written about baby essentials, please click the link in the description. I'm going to provide also all other links to the singular product reviews. And please, if you can think of any other baby essential that I haven't mentioned, put it in the comments below. If you want to see more of me in the future, subscribe and click the like button, and hope to see you soon. Bye!